Game number 2 between the Copperheads and the Bears. First pitch underway as it was a little bit of a quick turn on. Caden Ridings back-to-back leadoff singles on first pitching that he sees. So he is aboard safely as the first inning of game number 2 between the Bears and the Eagles officially underway. Or the Bears and the Copperheads. And will step Marcus Greenway. Greenway will foul that one off. His count will move to 1-1. Still no name on the pitcher. I'm waiting for a game changer to get going. Doesn't look like we will have that for the Copperheads here in this one. That one down low. Ridings goes. The throw down. Not in time as a stolen bag for Caden Ridings. It looks as though that is the catcher from the previous game, Matt Newton. So he will go from catcher to pitcher between games 1 and 2. Marcus Greenway now to 1-2. I welcome you back to Knoxville Catholic High School here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Rain's starting to pick up a little bit. The outfield lights have been turned on. Sky is real gray. A bunch of shadows coming in, or a bunch of gray overcast coming in. We'll see if we can how far through this game we can get before maybe getting a rain delay. Greenway goes down looking. He is rung up by Matt Newton for the first out here in the top half of the first inning. So with 1 on and 1 down, up will come Abram Taylor. Abram Taylor, the outfielder for the Bears. The Bears are playing the same batting lineup, I want to say. Everybody who started game 1 is starting game 2. A little bit different defensive alignment for the Copperheads. Christopher Peters in left, Brent Johnson in center, Lucas Lowry out and right, Adam Mulligan at first, Sebastian Negron at second, Boone Fields at short, Kane Baber over at third, Jody Watson behind the dish. Quickly now, Abram Taylor at 0-2. Out one. And they're out to right. Lucas Lowry will make the play on it. Caden Ridings a little hesitate. Pump fake from second base. It is a line out into right from Abram Taylor, and that is the second out of the inning. So the Bears, who were the home team a game ago, are now the away team. They will switch sides. Up will come Blake Harrell. Harrell started at third base, moved over and pitched as the game went along. A couple of position players took the mound for the Bears. That one in the dirt. Good pick by Watson back there. It's 1-0. Bears dropped to 4-2. Copperheads advanced to 3-3. That one comes home with it and misses outside. It's ball number 2. That one fouled off as the first strike of the at-bat. Blake Harrell will move down to 2-1. Caden Ridings over there on second. The Bears would love to draw first blood, get the lead back. They lost it in the 6th, didn't find it back in the 7th. Tough break for the Bears at the back half of that one. Harrell skies that one deep in the right field line. Lowry chasing after it, and it will go foul. Solid contact off the bat of Harrell, just isn't able to straighten out. Called strike 3. Blake Harrell goes down looking. That is the final out of the inning. It's a 1-2-3-4 inning for Matt Newton on the bump, and the Bears strand one on second. We are through the first half inning of this one. Your score as we head in the bottom half of it, 0-0. Back here in the first, the Copperheads will get their first time swinging today. Up will walk Brent Johnson. Johnson did not play in the game before this, but now he is currently the center fielder. The lefty will stand in, and he will sky that one deep out to right. Abram Taylor going back. He's by the wall, and he will make the catch right in front of it. One up, one down. So defensively for your Bears, Drew Campbell, the righty on the mound. Hendrickson behind the dish. Porter over at first. Caden Ridings at second. Greenway at short. Blake Harrell at third. Andrew Hull in left. Tristan Vallone and center. And Abram Taylor, of course, out there in right. That one will hit up the middle or over to the left side. It will be Samuel Lott. Lott with a hard hit ball through short and third base. There is now a runner aboard with one out. So one pitch swinging for Samuel Lott. Up will walk Mason McDonald. McDonald did play in the game before this. He was the beginning of that 6th inning that the Copperheads would go on to plate 5 and take the lead and never look back. You can see a little bit on the camera, but the rain is starting to come down. McDonald on the ground, a short greenway to Ridings over to first. Good pick by Porter at first. Double play called a 6-4-3 twin killer. And the 1-out knock goes in vain. That is how the first inning ends. We are through the second inning quickly. Your scores we head in second 0-0. A very fast first inning puts us already here in the top part of the second. The Bears will get their second time swinging their sticks. It is still Matt Newton on the rubber. Up will walk Dylan Bowser. Bowser watched strikes one go past him. He's down 0-1. Bowser playing the DH today. He started the game as a catcher. In game 1 before this, he would then move over to second and third base. Big swing and a miss there from Bowser. He goes down 0-2. Bunch of defensive realignment going on for both teams. Not here in this one, but definitely in the first game. They played each other in game 1. The Copperheads won that one 7-3. Bowser on the ground over to second. Negron is there. He'll flip over. Good range out to his left. One up, one down. Cole Hendrickson will come up for the first time in game number 2. Hendrickson had a solo RBI. It was, of course, his home run. That came in, I believe, the second inning. His first at-bat here in the second inning of game number 2. We'll see if he can find that short porch out there and left again. Breaking ball misses. It's 1-1. So far from this new home plate umpire, we're seeing a little bit more of a bigger strike zone, which is never, or not always, a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing. Both teams could have benefited from a bigger strike zone in the game prior. That one hit on the ground to third. That one's going to go fair by maybe an inch. It's going to bounce over the bag. Baber couldn't get it. Hendrickson will round first. He will stand up at second base safely. It is a 1-out double for Cole Hendrickson. Soft contact to the exact right spot for Cole Hendrickson. That one bounced right over the third base bag. King Baber, ranging out to his right, couldn't make a play on it. And up will stand the center fielder, Tristan Vallone. Couple of big knocks for Vallone in game 1 here today. Had that double off the wall, then I believe another single. Talked about Valone and how he has that very Mike Trout-esque batting stance. Of course, he plays center fielder just as Mike Trout does. Got one at Valone's knees. He'll go up to 2-0. So Valone will stand in with one runner on and one out. Cade Hauser on deck. Hauser, the EH for the Bears in their second game here on this rainy Monday out here in Knoxville. Speaking of the rain, I just checked the forecast. It's supposed to rain every day until next Wednesday. And not like in 2 days next Wednesday, but in, what is that, 9 days next Wednesday. So the South continues to be engulfed in rain as Tristan Valone takes the 4-pitch walk as that one skirts away from catcher Jody Watson. Hendrickson will go second to third. There are now runners on the corners. There's only one down. That'll bring up Cade Hauser, the DH in this one. Big spot for Hauser in his first at bat. Still tied at 0. The first run of the game, 90 feet away. Big swing and a miss from Hauser, and he goes down 0-1. This is now the 7th game of the season for the Bears. Hauser has played in all 7. So has most of the Bears' starting lineup. I believe they are the more consistent team out of any of the 5. That one, breaking ball, is going to get away. Hendrickson will come home. He will score the game's first run. Tristan Valone will go first and second. After that passed ball or wild pitch, it looked like it just went in and out of the glove of Watson. The Bears now lead 1-0 in the top half of the second. Tough break there for the Copperheads. It's never fun to allow the first run to go down like that. Runs here in game number 2 might be at a premium, depending on how much rain is coming down and how much it affects these pitchers. Just a light drizzle as of right now. That one fouled off behind the plate. It's 1-2. The sky is not super dark all over the place. If we look out just a little left of the left field foul pole, it is nothing but dark gray. But out here, just beyond center field, it's still light gray. No hint of blue anywhere in the sky. That one just missed a Hauser. Hauser now at a 2-2. The next pitch to him, called strike 3. Try to duck it, but he is rang up. It is another strikeout for Matt Newton. And quickly, there's 2 gone. Rain picking up a little harder now. Still a light drizzle, but maybe a medium drizzle. Up will come Owen Porter. Porter moves to 1-0 after Matt Newton misses the first pitch to him. And I'm curious to see how long today goes. Today is only the second game of the day. Yes, we still do have one more at 7:30. We will see if that one is played or what the move is for that one. Manoda Porter is skied in the air just beyond second base. The shortstop fields calls everybody off, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Bears get one on a passed ball. They draw first blood. We are through the top half of the second inning. Bears lead by 1. Copperheads ready to get their second chance here in their second game here today. In steps Lucas Lowry. Lowry had one of the bigger at-bats, not the biggest, but he allowed for one of the biggest at-bats. He worked a very close bases-loaded walk, which walked in the go-ahead run. At that point, Ian Hubbard was up next. Hubbard would then fly a ball deep off the right center field wall. Copperheads would score 3 on that bases-clearing double. Lowry over the left side. That one's going to get through. Harrell and Greenway could not get there. It will be a leadoff knock for Lucas Lowry. Big turn at first. He'll head back there. It's a leadoff single. Drew Campbell still working in his second inning of work. After that Lucas Lowry single, there will be a Jody Watson first pitch foul ball off to the left side. Jody Watson standing in for his first at-bat here in this one. Did not play in the game before this. The other Watson did. Nolan Watson started out there in right. We've seen Jody a few times this season, primarily behind the dish. But in the game before this, they had the guy who's actually starting pitching for them, Matt Newton, behind the plate. That one chopped foul. Count goes to 1-2. Watson, broken bat. That one's going to get through. Tough play for Harrell over there at third. That will advance Lucas Lowry over to second. We have not seen a shattered bat like that this season. Jody Watson just jammed the inside part of the plate. That piece of lumber will be retired. The bat almost went as far as the ball did. Granted, yes, this is a wood bat league. We have seen some broken bats. Nothing as far as that one, though. And now there's 2 runners on, still nobody up. So now Lowry off of second, Watson off of first. Up will come Boone Fields. Fields shows bunt, lays it down in front of the pitcher's mound. He'll throw over to third in time. There's one. Lucas Lowry is out on the force. Boone Fields will reach on the fielder's choice. So a somewhat successful and unsuccessful sacrifice bunt. That's the first out of the second. And we have a siren going off. Everyone's frozen. Don't know what that means. That's kind of scary. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone, but there is a very loud siren. And it has just been turned off. That was a little eerie. Might have been an accidental press of a button or something. Or maybe that's time for us to get off the field. Yeah, it looks like we will go into a rain delay. Or a lightning delay. It's not raining currently. But we will get a little pause in the action. We will see if this game will be resumed. I would imagine it will be resumed relatively quickly. The coaches and umpires will talk it out. We are in a flash flood warning out here in Knoxville, so we'll see what the move is for the games here in a little bit. So I will step aside. I will come back onto the microphone when the players come back on the field. But for now, we are in a rain delay. Your score currently, bottom half of the second. 2 runners on. Bears lead 1-0. All right, back here at Gaylor Field out in Knoxville Catholic. And I'm not even joking when I say this. The siren has not gone off since the first time we heard it. And then the moment these kids run back on the field, the siren starts going off again. So, I don't know, what was that, a 30-minute delay? But we're back. Has not rained since we went on pause. We will resume the action where we left off. And we should be good to go from here. But if you're just tuning in, welcome back. We are now back from the rain delay. The Bears are on defense. It is the bottom half of the second inning. 2 runners will be on, a runner on first and a runner on second. Let's make sure we have everything correct here. Copperheads will stand in. Boone Fields on first. Looks like Jody Watson on second. He might be pinch ran for currently. But Ada Mulliken will be up at the dish. It will be a fresh at bat for the first baseman. Drew Campbell will come back out. And we'll pick right back up where we left off. Game officially back underway. First pitch from Drew Campbell to Ada Mulliken is swung on, foul tipped, caught by the catcher Hendrickson, and we're back. So that's frustrating from a game standpoint because this game could have been in the 5th inning by now, possibly. Probably not. That might be a little generous. Big lead for Negron off a second. Campbell will step off, recompose himself. Mulliken at a 0-1. That one's chopped foul into the opposing team's dugout, and count will move to 0-2. So currently 6:30 local time. Have not had a drop of rain in the past maybe 45 minutes. Nothing more than a light drizzle out here at Gaylor Field. I know on the radar it said it was supposed to be pretty bad. The weather app said it'll be raining in Knoxville through the rest of today. Have not seen much within the last hour or so, but which is a good sign for baseball. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Mulliken goes down swinging. Drew Campbell resumes the game with a strikeout, and that's the second out of the inning. So up will come Kane Baber. Baber will stand in for his, I believe this is still the first time through the lineup in the second game. Baber batting in the 8 hole. That one chopped on the ground to second. Ridings is there. He'll flip over to short in time to get the force going to second. And the bottom half of the second inning is now over. We strand 2 runners, the Copperheads strand 2 runners. We are through 2 full. Your score 1-0. Third inning underway here at Knoxville Catholic. It will be the end of the day for Matt Newton. On the mound will come Baker. Due up first for the Bears will be the 9-hole hitter, Andrew Hull. First pitch to him, lined right to where Boone Fields is standing out there deep in the shortstop hole. Tough break for Andrew Hull. Good contact there from the outfielder. Unfortunately, just hit right to Fields over at short, and 1 pitch, 1 out. So that'll flip the lineup over. It is the second time through. Caden Ridings comes back up. Ridings will see Baker for the first time today. Ridings 1 for 1, had a first pitch single in his previous at bat. Both of his first at bats in both games were first pitch swinging, and he got on base both times. This is Baker's second appearance of the season. We've seen him once before, sometime last week. He looked to come in and be a middle reliever, maybe a long reliever. We'll see how far he goes. It's the end of the day for Matt Newton. Two out of Ridings is up the middle. Boone Fields charging. He'll set his feet, throw over. 2 up, 2 down. Couple of good plays over there at short from Boone Fields. I believe defensively the Copperheads are still the same. Nothing changed over the break, it looks like. Up will come Marcus Greenway. Greenway 0 for 1. Hot one on the ground over to third. Baber fields it. He'll throw over. The leaping grab by the first baseman, Mullick, is in time, or excuse me, Mullican over there. And the side is retired in order. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Bears in the top half of the third. They don't get any more. It's still 1-0. Copperheads now with their third chance to tie this one. On the mound is still Drew Campbell. First pitch to Watson is lined to left field. That one's going to get down. A bunch of first pitch swinging and a bunch of first pitch hits for both teams today. Up will come Christopher Peters. So we had a little bit of a switch, I believe. Because that might have been Nolan Watson coming up. But batting in place of Sebastian Negron. So I'll try to figure that out. But up will come Christopher Peters. He shows bunt. First pitch fouled off. Second pitch to Peters. That one's going to get down right in front of the left fielder hole out there. He will almost make a play on it to throw in. Not in time, trying to get Watson on the force. And it's back-to-back a couple of singles now into shallow left. And that will flip the lineup over. Up will come Brent Johnson. Brent Johnson, the lefty, stands in for his second at-bat here in this one. First pitch to him, down low. It's 1-0. A little bit of drizzle coming back down again. Hopefully it just stays like that. Johnson 0 for 1. Good spot for the Copperheads to get something rolling. That one fouled high out of play over the left side. Johnson moves even at 1-1. Johnson's 5th appearance here this season. He's played in all but 2. The 1-1 home from Campbell to Johnson is swung on and missed. Catch a piece of it, he'll foul it off. That's why Hendrickson didn't try to go back there for the ball. Watson stays at second. Peter stays at first. Brent Johnson now at a 1-2. That one on the ground over to first. A diving play by that first baseman, Porter. He can't corral it. The throw over by Ridings called a 3-4 or a 3-4-1 in time. Good job by the second baseman to play back up on the ricochet off the glove of the diving Porter. And the out is still retired. Meanwhile, both runners advance a base. Out comes Samuel Lott. First pitch home to him is fouled off high over to the right field side. It's 0-1. So a little bit unorthodox ground out there from Brent Johnson. The Bears have always been defensively sound this season, so it doesn't surprise me we're seeing solid defense for them here in this one, as well as in the game before this. Strike number 2 gets in there against Samuel Lott, and he'll go down to 0-2. Samuel Lott 1 for 1 on the day. I believe he had a single in his first at-bat. So the 0-2 home. Cold strike 3. Samuel Lott will go down looking. That's the second out of the inning. Copperheads down in their final out here in the third with 2 runners in scoring position. So that'll bring up Mason McDonald. McDonald 0 for 1 here in this one, in a good spot to potentially tie and give his team the lead. First pitch almost hits him. It gets away from Hendrickson. Can't find it. Both runners stay put. Bears still up by 1. Copperheads still looking for their first run of game number 2 here today. They scored 7 in the first one here this morning. That one, big swing and a miss from McDonald. He'll move to 1-1. 7 runs to the Bears' 3 in game 1. The Copperheads scored 5 of those runs in the 6th. They took the lead. They went into that inning down 3-2. Went up. McDonald skies that one to right. Taylor goes back on it, and he will make the catch right in front of the wall for the third out of the inning. So the Copperheads will strand 2 runners on. We are through 3 full. Your score: Bears 1, Copperheads nothing. Moving quickly here after the rain delay or whatever sort of delay that it was. Already in the 4th inning, the Bears have another chance to add on some more insurance. It will be Abram Taylor coming up. So it'll be 3, 4, and 5, the meat of the Bears order. Baker still on the mound. First pitch home to Taylor, misses down low. It's 1-0. Abram Taylor 0 for 1 here in this one. That one chopped on the ground to third. Baber comes in. He'll throw over. And the throw high. Mulligan could not jump and make the play on this one. So Abram Taylor will reach safely. And it is a leadoff on base appearance for Abram Taylor. Will most likely go down as an error. A little chopper over to the third base side. Could not corral it cleanly over there at first base was Adam Mulligan. And that will allow Blake Harrell to step in with a runner on. The third baseman today, Blake Harrell, 0 for 1. Harrell, the kid from Kingston, Tennessee. We've seen him pitch a few times. Defensive primarily, though, over at third. That one just missed inside. Harrell will advance to 2-0. Good to see we still got some viewers after the rain delay. Everybody tuning back in to watch the Bears and the Copperheads play game number 2 of this Monday tripleheader. That one shot back up the middle. It will get past Fields. Johnson will throw it in. Abram Taylor will go first to second, and it's a couple of men on to start the 4th for the Bears. The next game after this will take place between the Eagles and the Bobcats. We're starting to see a little bit of BCA Blues show up here. No sign of the Eagles, but they're probably out here somewhere. The next game was slated to start at 7:30. That one probably won't happen because this game started a little later. That one's going to plunk Dylan Bowser. The curveball gets away from Baker. And just like that, 3 men to start the inning on base. Baker has now allowed the bases to be loaded and nobody out here in the 4th. So in steps Cole Hendrickson. Hendrickson has the only home run of the day between these two teams. Would be a huge spot for him to get number 2. We've only seen 1 grand slam this season. It was here at Knoxville Catholic First pitch to Hendrickson is in there at strike number one. Hendrickson 1-for-1 today, having himself a real productive day with his bat. Bobcats up 1-0. Taylor on third, Harrell on second, Bowser on first. The 0-1 to Hendrickson. Breaking ball. Big swing and a miss at the off speed and fouled it off. He'll go behind 0-2. Anything but a ground ball right here for Cole Hendrickson will be considered a success. You don't want to strand the bases loaded or erase two runners. A ground ball will most likely score Abram Taylor regardless. But you don't want to clean up the base pass otherwise. 0-2 home. That one's going to get past the catcher, Watson. Taylor coming home to plate. Not in time. Baker couldn't make the play on it. Harrell's coming around just trying to score. That one will get away. That one, I think, plunked the umpire. Meanwhile, Dylan Bowser will head to third, so it's 2 runs on the wild pitch. Bears now lead 3-0. Tough break there for the Copperheads. It looks like home plate umpire kind of walking off that one. So after that shortly lived chaos, Cole Hendrickson will step in now to 1-2 and a runner on third. Still nobody out in the inning. 2 runs scored on that wild pitch. The 1-2 to Cole is swung on and missed. Hendrickson is retired by way of the strikeout. Baker gets the first out of his fourth. So in walks Tristan Vallone. Vallone 0 for 0 today. First pitch to him was swinging chopper behind the plate. He'll move to 0-1. Vallone, I believe, was walked in his previous at-bat, only their second time through the lineup. He'll look to plate the third of the inning, the fourth of the game. Dylan Bowser stands 90 feet away. Tristan Vallone from Nashville. A couple of Nashville kids on the Bears. The 1-1 will miss outside of the center fielder. He'll move to 2-1. Vallone had himself a solid game 1 here this morning or this afternoon. Had himself a couple of big knocks. The Bears found out the hard way the Copperheads can score multiple runs in the blink of an eye, so they will smile at any insurance runs they can get here in this one. They, of course, led by 1 going in the last few innings in the game before this. Of course, I talked about that 15 times, so I'm sure everybody knows. But they're trying to avoid that is what I'm getting at. They'll look to get their get back. That one's chopped on the ground to first. Mulliken is there, and he will retire Vallone. There's 2 outs. All right, so after that Tristan Vallone ground out, up will walk Cade Hauser. That one misses to Hauser. It's 1-0. So on the ground out, I'm just now noticing Dylan Bowser did not advance. I guess they're playing a little conservatively. They only had 1 out in the inning. Bowser probably would have had the speed to get home. That one shot on the ground the opposite way over to first again. Mulliken is there again. And that is the third out of the inning. We are halfway home. Your score through the first half of this one. Bears 3, Copperheads nothing. So the Copperheads will come up to bat for their fourth time today. Up will come Lucas Lowry. He'll swing and miss over the top of that one. It's 0-1. Lowry skies that one high up just beyond second base. Riding is going back. It's going to be called off by Abram Taylor coming in from right field. That will retire Lucas Lowry. There's one out. Also, in between innings, I got word that the entirety of this game might not be played because the next game is supposed to start at 7:30. And obviously at 6:50, that's in 40 minutes. The chances of this one going 7-4 are very little as Jody Watson watches ball one go past him. But what I was saying was, as that one's on the ground, is short. Greenway is there. He'll throw over in time to retire Jody Watson. 2 up, 2 down quickly. This game might either go five. They might only play 5 innings, or they might just cut it a little short, depending on what the discretion of the umpires is going to be. Both teams are here for the next game, so I will let y'all know as I find out more. But as of right now, we'll just call it that they'll play a full 7, and if anything changes, then we'll call on the fly. Up is now is Boone Fields. The 2 batters previous to Boone Fields were retired relatively quickly, so we'll see if Fields can drag on this 4th inning anymore for the Copperheads. The 1-1 to him is chopped on the ground as short again. Greenway coming in. He'll throw over. In time. 3 up, 3 down. Boone Fields is retired. We are through 4 full. Your score currently Bears 3, Copperheads nothing. Fifth inning approaching here at Gaylor Field at Knoxville Catholic. Bears looking for more insurance runs. On the mound will still be Baker. Up the middle. That's going to be a leadoff hit. Before I even have time to really announce who it is, there's already a man on. There's Owen Porter going into right center for a leadoff knock, and up will come Andrew Hull. Andrew Hull, the 10-hole batter before the lineup turns over. First pitch to him. In the air over towards the pitcher's mound. Baker will put the tag on Hull. Hull is retired on the tag. Meanwhile, Porter will head over to first, or over to second, excuse me. And a little excuse me pop-up over to the right side retires Hull. There's one gone. So that will bring up Caden Riding as the lineup has now flipped over. They are now 3 times through. Riding's 1 for 2. He'll stand in with a runner in scoring position over on second. It's Owen Porter. First pitch to Ridings outside the dirt. It's 1-0. Caden Ridings has been ever so aggressive on first pitches today. We've seen, I want to say, 3 or 4 of his at-bats. He is swinging and making contact and putting himself on base at multiple first pitches today. There's nothing that he's swinging and missing at that you're like, what are you doing? He's making good contact, poking it through the middle or over to one of the sides. Having himself a day. 1 for 2 here in this one. And he'll do the same thing again. Peters going back. It's going to land right in front of him out and left. That will move Porter over to third. It's another base hit into left field for Caden Ridings. That's the one good thing I like about calling for every team this season. So I go to every single game. I'm the only one this season. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm the only one this season who has been at every single game at the 2026 Smoky Mountain Collegiate League season. I've been at every game, all 3 days at Catholic, and then the 1 or 2 days we're over at Maryville. I'm over there too. So I'm getting pretty invested within these kids' seasons. Riding goes off of first. The ground ball from Greenway. He'll throw over. Greenway is retired. It's an RBI ground out. Porter comes home to score the 4th run. There's 2 gone. Riding's into second. That'll bring up Abram Taylor. Taylor 0 for 2. He's looking for his first knock here in the 5th. Breaking ball inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Oh, no, I messed it up. All right, there we go. That's good. Baker still kicking it on the mound. Already about 45 pitches. Riding's dancing over on second. That one the opposite way. Right in the glove of Ada Mulligan over at first. Taylor is retired for the first time today. We are through 4.5. The Bears get another one. Their score through 5 innings, 4-0. Bottom half of the fifth inning set to get underway. Here, the Bears lead 4-0. The Copperheads will get their fifth turn up at the dish. It will be 7-8-9. Ada Mulligan, Kane Baber, and of course, Nolan Watson. The new lefty coming in, Isaiah Slavin. He will have most likely the rest of the game for the Bears as they lead by 4 going ahead in the fifth. Slavin misses the first two outside to Ada Mulligan, and he's up 2-0. Mulligan is 0 for 1 today. Lefty deals 3 straight balls outside, in danger of losing the leadoff hitter. Here to start the fifth. 3-0 to the first baseman. Just misses. It's a 4-pitch walk. Not the start Isaiah Slavin is wanting out of the bullpen. But the Copperheads get something going. Kane Baber will stand in again. First pitch to the lefty from the lefty is in there. Strike number 1. Kane Baber 0 for 1 here in this one. Baber only playing in his third game this season, looking to get it going. Baber, a left side of the infielder for the Copperheads. He's played short twice and now third base once. 1-1 to him. He's going to plunk him. Isaiah Slavin walks Mulligan and then plunks Kane Baber. And now there are quickly 2 runners on with nobody out. Where have you seen this before? Fifth inning looking dangerously similar for each team respectively. Up will come Nolan Watson. We'll see if Watson can continue this deja vu and load the bases with still nobody out. Lefty deals, big swing and a miss. He'll fall down to a knee. Nolan Watson goes down 0-1. Watson 1 for 1 had that solid hit and to shallow left in his first at bat. He came in for Sebastian Negron. So the 1-1 coming home is going to miss outside. Isaiah Slavin really living on that outside part of the plate, not locating it exactly where he wants. But we saw 4 straight pitches up and out of the zone to Ada Mulligan. And now we're seeing a couple here to Nolan Watson, who stands in at a 2-1. Watson takes that one and fouls it up out of play. Count will move even at 2 apiece. Slavin, of course, still looking for his first out here in this one. The 2-2 from the lefty. Just in and off the plate, it looks like. That will move the count to 3-2. Let's see if my prediction was correct that Nolan Watson would load the bases up with nobody out. Lefty deals a full count pitch outside, ball number 4, back-to-back innings for each team, where we are now seeing bases loaded with nobody out. We will get a mound meeting out to talk to Slavin. Slavin, this is his first inning of work. And up will come the 10-hole hitter, Christopher Peters. Big moment here for the left fielder. Christopher Peters is 1 for 1. He does have that knock into left field in his last at bat as well. The Copperheads do trail by 4, but with the tying run at the plate and nobody out here in the 5th, gotta think they're in distance. That one finds home. Peters goes down 0-1. Corner infielders playing toes on the grass, middle infielders back, undoubtedly in double play depth. If a corner infielder gets it, I can see them coming home with it. That one misses upstairs to Peters, is 1-1. One from Slavin just misses outside. It's 2-1. Christopher Peters hasn't played too much this season for the Copperheads. Through 7 games, this is only his 4th appearance, toying a couple at-bats in each one. The 2-1 to him. Sent opposite way into right. Taylor's there. He'll make the play on it. 1 out. The runner off a second going. Oh, no. Kane Baber is caught up in a rundown. He will get tagged out. We got confusion all over the place. Now Mulligan's coming home. Now Baber and Mulligan are both in a rundown. The throw home trying to get Mulligan. He will be tagged out. So there's 2 gone. Amidst all the chaos, the other 2 runners will move into second and third. Kane Baber tucked his head in and started running to third. Meanwhile, Mulligan was not going, so Mulligan kind of got the worst end of that stick. He probably felt like he had no choice, and so unfortunate non-heads-up base running by the Copperheads costs them an unnecessary run. A deep fly ball in the outfield doesn't even score 1. And an unfortunate double play for Brent Johnson not coming up. He'll go down 0-1. Unfortunate for the Copperheads, huge for Isaiah Slavin, and things have gone from bad to totally his way. He'll stand in with 2 runners on and 2 out. Johnson's 0 for 2, and he'll go down to 1-1. Kane Baber over off of third. Nolan Watson over on second. Brent Johnson at the dish at a 1-1, and he will sky that one. Shallow center. Valone making a play on it, and that's the final out here in the 5th. The Bears have the bases loaded. Nothing comes by it, and the Copperheads have the bases loaded. Nothing comes by it. And the Bears retain their 4-0 lead. We are through 5 full. Your score is at where it is, 4-0. Sixth inning out here at Gaylor Field. The Bears will be back up at the plate. It is still Baker on the mound. The Bears will be in a good spot. They're still up 4-0, but after crisis averted in the bottom half of the fifth, Copperheads stranded bases loaded, some costly base running, allowed them to score nothing. First pitch home to Blake Harrell is in there, strike number one. Harrell over the left side. That one's going to get through. Peters will throw it back in. It is a single to start the inning for Blake Harrell, and up will come Dylan Bowser. So 3 straight offensive sides in a row where we're seeing a leadoff base runner. We'll see if we can get 3 straight offensive sides in a row with bases loaded as well, too, all with no outs. First pitch home to Bowser, swung on and missed. He'll go down to 0-1. Bowser 0 for 1. The DH for the Bears in their second game today. No bad weather past that little delay, so you can't really complain about it. Bowser skies that one just over to first base. Lowry will make the catch right in front of the bag, and 1 down. So Adam Mullican was substituted out at first, and will come Lucas Lowry. Watson over on second base now. Field still at short. Baber still at third. Peters still in left. I believe we will have a new right fielder. I can't see who it is, but I believe Johnson is still out there in center. First pitch to Cole Hendrickson is in there at strike number 1. Cole Hendrickson is 1 for 2. In his second at-bat today, he stood in with the bases loaded, struck out after a few runs had scored by way on that pass ball, so it wasn't as big of an opportunity blown as it would have been. But he still had a good day otherwise. A couple of big knocks and a home run in the first game against the Copperheads. That one's fouled off. Count moved to 1-2. So it looks like Brent Johnson is now behind the mound. I'm kind of seeing that 11 peek out behind his gear. So we have a new center fielder as well, and Brent Johnson is now substituted in defensively behind the plate. Breaking ball just missed the inside part of the plate. It's 2-2. The 2-2 home. Looks like it hit the knob of the bat or maybe off the handle tape, it looked like. Count will stay at 2-2. Two coming. Blake Harrell off of first. I went up at his letters. Hendrickson moves the count to 3-2. If Hendrickson gets aboard, up will come Tristan Vallone and Cade Hauser. The 3-2 on the way from Baker. Curveball outside. So outside it went behind Hendrickson. That'll be a 1-out walk. 2 men are aboard, and up will come Tristan Vallone. Looks like we'll get a mound meeting. There hasn't been any action going on in the Copperheads bullpen. So this might be just a regather your thoughts kind of moment. Baker not done yet. He will face Tristan Vallone with one out. Blake Harrell over off of a second. Paul Hendrickson off of first. Big lead for Harrell off of second. That one misses down low. It's 1-0. Tristan Vallone 0 for 1 today, excuse me. Not the best stats here in game number 2, but he's had himself a solid Monday. He'll call timeout. Kind of a long pause from Baker over off the rubber. He seems to be working at his own pace, and it's a rather slow one for the most part. He'll deal the 1-0 home to Vallone. That one fouled off behind the plate. It'll move even at 1-1. That one back up the middle. Boonfields will not make the play on it. Harrell will come around third. He'll come around to score. So almost a double play rolled by the shortstop himself. Instead, the ball gets through. Harrell comes home to score. It's now 5-0. So Cade Hauser in a spot to do more damage. That one back up the middle. Second baseman Watson is there. He'll flip over. He'll get the runner going over to second. The throwback will not be in time. Runners on the corners now with 2 gone. Cade Hauser reaches by way of a fielder's choice. Vallone put out on the force on a very close play. I thought that the field umpire might call Vallone safe going into second. Instead, the throw beat him by a hair, and there's 2 gone. First pitch home to Owen Porter misses down low. It's 1-0. This game really did pick up pace there for a second. It has since slowed down with a few longer offensive innings for each team. But there for a minute, it was kind of moving. 1-0 to Porter misses upstairs. That will move it to 2-0. Porter 1 for 2 on the day. The 6th run of the game stands in on 90 feet away at third. Already 1 across here in the inning. Breaking ball from the 2-0 misses. Oh no, excuse me. It catches the inner part. That moves to 2-1. Baker trying to regain dominance against Owen Porter. He falls behind him 3-1. Still no action going on in either bullpen. Slavin and Baker seem to have it from here, or just maybe no one's getting warmed up. The 3-1 from Baker to Porter. Hauser goes off of first. The hit back up the middle. A leaping grab by Jody Watson Nolan Watson over on second. What a play. A diving catch going out to his right. Huge grab. and that saves another run. So the Bears will be held at 5 runs, one across in the inning. Bottom half of the 6 underway. Your score 5-0. Back here in the 6th inning, the Copperheads down to their final 6 outs to claw back. And I do want to apologize to Nolan Watson. One heck of a play over there at second base, and unfortunately I called him Jody Watson off the excitement and not Nolan Watson. So my apologies, Nolan. With a play to that caliber, you deserve to have your name right. So that's my fault. But up at the plate will step number 14. I believe this is a new hitter for the Copperheads. It is still Isaiah Slavin, the lefty on the rubber. Copperheads now down their final 6 outs. Down by 5. Samuel Lott is not a new hitter. Lott on the ground over to short. Greenway. He'll throw over. Lott is retired. 1 up, 1 down. So in will step Mason McDonald. McDonald aiming to give the Copperheads a fighting chance. Obviously, we've seen that they're down but never out until it's over. So I don't want to count the Copperheads out, because if they won this game, it wouldn't surprise me. First pitch home to McDonald is in there. It's 0-1. Mason McDonald 0 for 2 today. That one's fouled off behind the plate. He's quickly down to the count now, 0-2. Lucas Lowry stands in on deck. The 0-2 home to McDonald is fouled off into his own team's dugout. Watch out. That one went rifling in there. Looks like everybody is okay. McDonald still at a 0-2 from Slavin. That one just missed downstairs. Good pitch. McDonald, that one chops up the middle over to second. Ridings is there. He'll throw over. Not in time. He overthrows Porter by a good foot. McDonald will be granted the second base bag for free. The ball did go out of play. We're into the dugout, it looks like. So Ridings would have been better off just holding that one. Respect to the second baseman trying to make a Sports Center top 10 worthy play, but unfortunately didn't go his way. There's a runner on second with 1 down. And in comes Lucas Lowry. Lowry 1 for 2. First pitch home to him. Misses the outside corner. It's 1-0. Big swing and a miss there from Lowry, and he'll move even at 1 apiece. Lowry's 1 for 2 today. Had a big at-bat that went underappreciated in the game before this that allowed his team to plate the go-ahead run, which ended up being the winning run, plus many more. Lowry skies that one down the right field line. Taylor and Porter converging. Porter, it's like he caught the ball in foul territory. Lowry is retired on the pop-out, and there's 2 gone. For the delayed call, the awning of the dugout is blocking my view from the deep right field line in foul territory, so I have to always kind of watch the body language of what's going on around others. Up will come Jody Watson. Watson's 1 for 2. He'll watch ball 1 on the corner. Slavin trying to strand one at second. Watson will foul that one off. It's 1-1. Big swing and a miss there from Jody, and his count will move even at 2 apiece. Mason McDonald leading off of second. He'll look to be the first run of the game for the Copperheads if Watson can get a hold of something with 2 outs. Slavin deals a 2-2. Swung on and missed. Jody Watson goes down swinging. Isaiah Slavin retires the 3rd out of the inning, stranding a runner on second. We are through 6 full. Your score is still Bears 5, Copperheads nothing. And it looks like, folks, that was actually the end of the ball game. I didn't even realize that they're only playing 6 innings, so I thought that 5th might be the end, but it was actually the 6th. There will not be a 7th inning, so that is actually the end of this one. The Bears win 5-0 in 6. Between the rain delay and the lightning delay and trying to get all the games to start at a reasonable hour, the 3rd game here today on this Monday triple header, we're supposed to start at 7:30. Might start 10 and 15 minutes from now. But in the meantime, a kind of improper call to the game that I do apologize for that. I wish something had been relayed up to me. But the Copperheads dropped to 3-4. Bears advance to 5-2. Each team gets a win today. Bears win 5-0 after losing the previous game 7-3. So that'll do it for Bears and Copperheads baseball here at Knoxville Catholic High. A good couple of games between these two squads. We will see both of these teams play another game or 2 more apiece throughout the rest of the week. But as for right now, that is the end of the second ball game. We do have 1 more between the Bobcats and the Eagles. So if you're an SMCL fan, stick around. There's 1 more. I'll start a new stream as always. If that's it for you today, I appreciate you for listening. Tune in for your team's next game. My name is Hunter Mancuso. I will be on the broadcast for every game this season. I